Hey there, welcome back to the channel. And in this video I'm going to be trying to catch a zander, and I've come back to an area of the canal where last year I did catch a zander. And if you want to see that zander, the video is on the channel, just look out for it. There's only one about zander, and I want to see if I can catch some more. I'm using the same technique, it's float ledgering. So I've already got one bait out, a roach. I'm going to set the second one up with, I think it's a sprat or a smelt. I'll tell you in a minute when I get the packet out. But I'll just show you how I'm setting that up. We've got a float stop. I've got a float stop, the 15-gram float, a line through lead, a buffer bead, a swivel through to a wire trace, and a single circle hook. I don't like using the trebles. So what we're going to do is hook the smelt, I'm pretty sure it's smelt, hook the smelt onto here. One float is out and that's underneath those bushes there, and I'm going to put another one over there. I think I'm going to give this probably about half an hour, and then we might move down there or go up this way. I think I need to go roving to find these zander. I don't think it's a case of just sit here and wait for them to come for you. I think we need to move about a bit and see what we can find. I'm here for a couple of days. I may give it another shot in the morning, and I may give it another go tomorrow evening. This video could be in several sections. Really love to catch something this evening. It's now about 25 to 8. It seems to go dark about 9:30. A couple of hours and it starts to go dark. I've got a head torch and I've got a torch or a light to go on top of the camera. So we'll see what we can actually do. It's turned out to be a gorgeous evening. It was raining earlier on. I'm pleased that it's dry for this evening's session. Right, I'm going to stop going on. I'm going to get this baited up. Fish jumped right next to my float. Get this baited up, and then I'll come back and give you a chat a little bit more about what's going on. I think you can see that. I've just lashed the hook on there. I've actually gone for a half smelt because the smelt are quite large and they are smelt. The other baits, I've put a whole roach on. You can see that roach. So I've put a whole roach on. I've got all my tools. I've got some pliers for unhooking, got cutters if I need them, spare floats, unhooking mat and my box. Let's get that other float out and see how we get on. The first float is just at the end of my finger there, and there's quite an undercut under those brambles. It must go in about 1 metre, so I've just swung the dead bait as close as I can to those brambles. So that's the first one, and that's been there about half an hour. The other one had been underneath there, but I've now moved it across the way here, so I'll show you that. Where is it? About there. So you can just about see the float just at the end of my finger, and again there's quite an undercut there. So I'm just trying somewhere just slightly different. So that float was got the roach on and it was up there, and I've just moved down here, and there's some more undercuts. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some more undercuts underneath those brambles over there. Keep working my way down the canal, see if we can locate where these fish are. I can monitor both the floats just from here. See how well that one goes down there. There's a bit of an undercut over here as well, so I think that might be worth trying too. So it's about 8:30 now, so it'll start to be going dusk in about an hour. Let's see how we get on with that. Fish on. Let's get this camera over here. It looked like a nice fish, but I've lost it. Right, let's send the bait out again. Maybe it'll pick it up again, I don't know. Oh! Just made that move. Dead bait's been in about 10 minutes. I've just got the single hook on and maybe I put too much pressure on. I lost it in the edge here. Oh. Pretty sure it was a Zander too. Gutted. Oh well, let's keep fishing. I've just put some new smelt on. Just trying the light out, make sure it works. It didn't work last time I was on Inverbervie Beach cod fishing. And it's playing up again, so I'm running it off a battery bank. I don't know if it's run out of power or just being awkward. Both floats are out. Gonna have to get my head torch on to be able to see because it's going quite dark now. Oh, I lost a fish. It happens. But it shows they're here. There is a Z here somewhere. Hopefully it hasn't put it off. Maybe it comes back and picks the bait up again. Or it sends one of its mates round. It just had a second run on the same rig, the smelt. So I've changed this one to smelt now. It travelled a good 10 feet up the canal, and when I lifted into it, it dropped it. Yeah, what a bad one. Oh well, at least it tells us they're here. It's dark. Gonna get my head torch on now. I've just made another move. It could be my last move of the evening. It's getting pretty dark now. I've got my head torch on, so hopefully we can see things. I hope you can see me as well. I hope there's enough light for the camera picking it up. One fish on, but lost it, and one really good run that dropped it. Let's see if we can just finally get a fish in the last hour or so before I recline. I'll let you know, hang on. It's a lovely still evening. There's hardly a breath of wind. I can hear a fox. I've seen bats. I think maybe tomorrow I ought to bring maybe the bite alarms. I put the torch on every now and again to see where the floats are, but I don't know if the brightness of the torch on the water is, I don't know whether that affects the fish, to be honest. I'm really pleased I've had those 2 occasions there where I've had a run and it dropped it, and I had a fish on that you could hear, and that came off at the bank. So I'm pleased I've seen some action. It's the first time I've night fished for Zander. The plan is to give it till midnight, and then I think I'll call it a day for today. This will be part 1 of the video because I am determined to catch another Zander. Now, the last one I caught was during the day, so I'm going to have a go tomorrow and into the night again. That's the plan. We've still got smelt out there. I've got plenty of bait. There'll be plenty for tomorrow. We'll keep fresh baits going in. well, as fresh as it can be. I haven't got a freezer in the car. It's so peaceful and tranquil fishing at night. It's also quite hard filming because that light's as bright as anything. I'm trying not to squint into the light. I can't actually see the camera. I can just see a little red light flashing. I assume it's actually doing the filming and everything. It's all new and it's exciting and it's part of the adventure. If I don't get another fish tonight, you'll be joining me in the next part of the adventure tomorrow. I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to bring the lines in. I'm going to call it a day for now. I'm going to keep the video going because I am going to come out tomorrow and have a repeat, because we have had those runs and I know there are fish here, so I'm keen to get one. Just after midnight. I don't think I can, I've got my head torch and stuff, but I don't think I'll make another move. It's going to be difficult casting into the dark, even with the head torch on, I suppose. I'll bring you back in part 2 tomorrow. I think I've got something here. I think it's a pike. Yeah, it's Mr. Pike. Looks like a nice one there. I've only just arrived. I've got the baits out, so I'm not 100% organised. That was on the roach. I do hope you're getting all this action. Whoop, here we go. That's a big bruiser. I think we ought to weigh this.
I should have brought my phone over. Oh. You saw on camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that, that's a good start, isn't it?
I do hope that happened on camera. That was a 10-pound pike. It's probably the biggest I've had for a while. The very biggest, my personal best, is just over 17 pounds. And that was a fish that I caught when I was 17, 18 years old, so it's quite some time since I've had a really big pike. Well, that's a good way to start off part 2 or evening 2 of this Zander session. Smelt on this one, roach on that one. It was a bit of a mad runabout getting the unhooking mat out and everything, because I'd just arrived and I thought I'll put the dead baits out, turn round, sort my stuff out, get the camera ready. I looked round and thought, that float's on its way, we got something. Was I disappointed with the pike? No, I'm not. I really want a zander, but I wasn't disappointed with the pike, you know. That's a great fish, lovely. Just on a single circle hook, so easy enough to unhook. Let's hope that's a good start. And I'm going to work my way up the canal this way tonight and see if we can get a zander. Definitely had one last night because I caught sight of it before it came off. I've got all my clutches set. I'm really hoping we can get a zander out of this one. Just made another move, spending about 30 minutes in each spot. So I've cast over here, that's the roach, and the smelt is just down there. Each time I've had some action, it's usually been within a very short period of casting them in. So I'm not really staying more than about 30 minutes in each spot. I'm just working my way this way down the canal. Pleased with that 10-pound pike. Biggest pike I've had for a while. I've just come back to that area where I had the 2 runs last night. One I saw and it was definitely that zander, the one that got off. And the other one was a good run. So my thoughts are, I've been quite a way down the canal here, trying and just half an hour here, half an hour there. And I was just thinking, I know there was the fish here. I know the fish was in this area. It may still be here. This is actually the end of my fishing trip this week. I've been to the River Wye and stuff. It is really this evening that I have a good chance to get these zander. And this is actually where I caught the one last year. My thoughts are maybe it's still here and grown bigger. It's now about 5 to 10. Gonna give it a couple of hours. There's a couple of canal boats there in this like basin. I wonder if there's any fish underneath them. But I don't really want to go shining lights if there's people on board trying to get some kip. I think I'm going to have to call it this stretch here. And then at midnight pack up and wander back to the car. Just a little walk back to the car. I'm more than made up with the pike. Double figure, 10-pound pike. I'm really pleased that I got a couple of runs yesterday and I hooked into one of those fish. I'm still gutted that I lost it, but that's fishing. Let's see what plays out here. We may be in luck. A zander might come and pick it up. Last chance to get a zander this year, I think. I may try to get onto the River Trent again. Not specifically to catch the barbel, but there are barbel there. I know there are some big bream in there that I'd be interested in seeing if I could catch. But I believe there's some very good zander in the Trent as well. You never know. It may be worth having my 2 rods, one as the feeder rod to see if we can get the barbel, but one as a dead baiting rod, and just see perhaps if there's a zander around. But that's for another time. Let's concentrate on this. The trip's not over. It's not over until midnight and we pack up. So we've got another couple of hours to see if we can nail a zander. I'll bring you back when there's some fish action. Well, the bait's been out for about 3/4 of an hour. Absolutely nothing happening. I think we're going to have to call this one a day. I can't see anything happening now. It's pitchy black. I can't see what I'm doing either without the headlamp on, and I think that disturbs the fish. I'm going to call this the end. It's been a great trip. I didn't get the zander, but I will come back for it. Brilliant pike, really like that. Thank you for coming along on the adventure. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please come and join me on the next one. Bye for now.